For what feels like years now, we've been bemoaning the lack of video games featuring dinosaurs. I mean, heck, we even made a video talking about the best dinosaur games, where we proved that no matter the genre, our prehistoric friends deserve a place. That's why when Capcom announced Exoprimal, we had to give it a go. It's a pretty simple premise, and when I say simple, I mean not simple at all, but stick with me. In the not too distant future, vortexes in space-time have resulted in swarms of dinosaurs wreaking havoc, bringing humanity to its knees. In an attempt to turn the tide and save the day, the corporation Abius has developed a hyper-advanced, not at all menacing AI called Leviathan that can predict the location of future outbreaks. To test humanity's defense capabilities, Abius and Leviathan have drafted a swathe of pilots to man exosuits in a series of increasingly bizarre tests and experiments. And this is where you come in, as you're thrust into the battlefield fighting for your life while trying to work out what Leviathan is really up to. Now, normally I'd be wanting to side with the dinos rather than the humans. What can I say? I love a comeback story. But with that not really an option, and Capcom having a strong pedigree of dinosaur games, I was still excited to see what Exoprimal was all about. Would it live up to the hype? Watch on to find out. So what exactly is Exoprimal? Well, ostensibly, it's a multiplayer team shooter in a similar vein to the likes of Left 4 Dead and the like. Not only will you have to survive some pretty ludicrous numbers of dinosaur foe, but also complete objectives such as defending strategic vehicles and escorting high-value assets to safety. Now, I'll admit, from the offset, it can be a little overwhelming. If you're anything like me, you'll find yourself struggling just to stay alive before worrying about anything else. But this is where good teamwork is really rewarded, as once you and your team get the hang of it, you'll soon be working as a well-oiled machine. And when it all comes together, there's honestly few feelings more satisfying in gaming. But the thing that sets Exoprimal apart from other games in the genre is that it isn't exactly PvE, it's PvPvE. Okay, let me explain. All the while you're fighting dinos and completing tasks, you'll also be competing against another team to get the best time. While you won't be interacting all that much during the bulk of a match, completing certain tasks will make your opponent's life more difficult. Like throwing a bunch of raptors their way. You know, sharing's caring. My personal favourite has to be the Dominator item, which will temporarily let you control a T-Rex to absolutely crush the enemy team. I told you I wanted to play as a dinosaur, didn't I? It's pretty cool. Once you reach the end game, both teams will be dumped into the same zone to complete one final objective, with the first team to finish winning. This is the only place you can take down other exopilots alongside the dinos, and makes for some truly tense finales. And if you're on the losing team at the end of the game, you get messed up. Really messed up. When it comes to working as a team, you'll all need to quickly learn the different types of fighters you can man. While there's plenty of exosuits to pick from, they fit under three main categories: Assault, Tank, and Support. Assault has a selection of offensive-based options, Tank is your heavies who can shield others and block enemies, and Support are your healers and buffers. And being someone who plays most shooters running around like a headless 6-foot turkey, I tended to enjoy the Assault class most of all, but you'll definitely need an even spread to assure victory. Fortunately, you can change your exosuit mid-match, meaning you can have a fairly comprehensive go at all of them within the first game. Speaking of which, most games take around 20 minutes to complete, which is pretty much the sweet spot for this kind of experience. It offered enough variety without overstaying its welcome, and there's enough variation between each game that I don't see myself getting bored anytime soon. And now those boring, stinky humans are out of the way, what about the assortment of dinos? Well, you get a healthy variety of prehistoric beasties to tackle, from Triceratops to Pteranodons, and each poses different challenges, particularly when you come up against the mutated Neosaurs. Yep, if dinosaurs weren't threatening enough, why not drop some super buffed ones in there just to spice things up? Each Neosaur has different abilities, from explosive self-destruction to teleportation, and the Neo-Tyrannosaurus is so bloody tough that you'll actually need to form a temporary alliance with the other team in order to bring it down. So, add in the variety of missions, different classes of fighters, and a plethora of dinosaurs to take on, and you can see why you'll be playing for some time before you exhaust every possibility. But this might be an issue in of itself for some players, as it can be a bit much at times. The amount of information on screen, whether it be numbers, text, voiceover, or the action itself, can become overwhelming. And while I enjoyed it, I can see why it might put some people off. If there ever was a video game equivalent of an energy drink, this would be it. Ultimately, Exoprimal is a game that will live or die based on its player base. If it's not widely adopted, I can see it becoming hard to find an online game in just a few months' time. I really hope this isn't the case, but if you're at all interested in checking it out, I really recommend playing it sooner rather than later while the servers are still active. But for those who have already played it, what did you think? Please let me know in the comments below. I genuinely love reading your thoughts. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe for plenty more video game content to watch, including as much dinosaur content as they'll let me make. Until then, my name is Tom, this has been UDS, and we'll see you next time.